Hey, it's John Hope Bryant. And earlier today, I had a conversation with a young lady. Someone asked me to mentor her, and I said I would be happy to do it. Didn't know much about her. Young college student. I think she's around 18, 19 years old. Had a situation with her family where a member of her family had um, very serious cancer, and she effectively found herself sort of the head of household and in charge of her life and the caregiver for her family. And some folks leaned in who I knew, helped to get her together, pay off some of her student loan debt, but she had to chart a way forward. And as we were wrapping up the conversation, and mind you, she didn't ask me for a handout. She asked me for a hand up. She was more interested in what I knew than what I had, which is smart. And she asked me this great question, like, if you were at my age again, what advice would you give yourself, or what advice would you give somebody now my age? And I told her, she basically, she's like, I want to be the first millionaire in my family. Like, I want to have a millionaire mindset, like your T-shirt says. What do I do? And I said, some very basic things that I want to pass on to you. Um, if I was able to give myself advice again, I say, don't be concerned about what anybody thinks about you. Um, Quincy Jones has a great quote. He told me, not 1 ounce of my self-worth and my self-esteem depends on your acceptance of me. I then heard from my pastor, Reverend Cecil Chip Murray, later on. It's not what people call you, it's what you answer to that's important. And never answer out of your name. I would, number one, be my own best advisor. I'd say to people who criticized me back then, I like what I'm doing for my life much better than what you're not doing for yours. I would consider the source on any advice given to me. If somebody was broke and unsuccessful, I'd write them off immediately as unqualified to give me advice and counsel, even members of my family. I would remember that family mean well, but sometimes we save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. I'll repeat that. Sometimes we save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. There's an old Southern saying, no matter how much I love you, my son or my daughter, if I don't have wisdom, all I can give you is my own ignorance. So in a blind town, a one-eyed man's king. If you don't know better, you don't do better. It's what you don't know that's killing you, but you think you know. This is so dangerous. It's what you don't know that's killing you, but you think you know. And I would tell myself of that age, don't be obsessed about being popular. These are life lessons I've learned that will help you with this millionaire mindset. And I'll talk about millionaire in a minute and what that means. It's not just money. Um, uh, it, it's about being your own. Well, it's understanding that eagles don't fly in packs. You've never seen a flock of eagles. Eagles are high altitude birds, and they tend to fly alone. I said, get used to being alone and not lonely. You want toxic people expunged from your life. If you are the most aspirational, most successful, if you're the person in your family who's got the highest educational aspiration, so you're going to college, nobody else is. You got the highest dream aspiration. You're dreaming about owning a business. Somebody else is dreaming about working as a security guard down the street, or no job, getting on welfare or whatever. You are trying to study and they're trying to go to the club. You're trying to dress to impress yourself, and they got their pants hanging down to their legs. You need to change your environment. If you're hanging out with a dude, this is a young lady, and he's trying to be your man, and his credit score is toe up, or he's not even concerned about it, or he's not trying to better himself, he's not trying to get a higher education or skills development or improve himself. He doesn't read a book. Okay. The only research he does is on who's playing at the club on his phone. He turns his smartphone into a dumb phone. Say you don't have to go, but you gotta get the heck out of here. You can do bad all by yourself. Understand that you'd rather have somebody respect you and learn to like you than like you and never respect you. Get toxic people out of your life. You can do bad all by yourself. I cannot stress this enough. Get toxic people out of your life. Again, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Become reasonably comfortable in your own skin. Read a book, reflect, think, refine yourself, sharpen that iron of you. Iron sharpens iron, and understand that other people who are around you who love you may not mean you well. If they're depressed people, hurt people. So just don't assume because somebody loves you that they want the best from you. Crabs in the barrel is real. So I just told her if I had to give advice to my self in her age group, or give advice to her, I would focus like a laser beam on what I want to do, where I want to go, how I want to get there, who I want to get there with, what's my life plan, my life business plan, and work backwards. Who am I rolling with? Because you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. Who am I hanging with? What's my environment? What's my culture? Are the folks I'm hanging with likely to get me shot, or likely to get me impregnated at an early age because that's what they're doing? Are they on drugs, or I might end up being on drugs? Or are these people aspirational and successful? You want people stronger around you, not weaker. You want people around you who are stronger than you, not weaker than you, who are aspiring, who gives you something to shoot at. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. You want to look up, not down. Benjamin Mays, the Dr. King's mentor in the civil rights movement, said the greatest sin is not failure, is low aim. A millionaire mindset is not just about money. I want you to be a millionaire of doing good, a millionaire of volunteering, a millionaire of saving 1 million spiritual lives in your lifetime, a millionaire of doing 1 million good deeds in your lifetime, a millionaire and having 1 million lessons taught or shared in your lifetime, a millionaire, and yes, making $1 million, or millionaire, or in having $1 million net worth and making $60,000 a year, but a lifetime environment of $1 million net worth, a millionaire, 1 million miles traveled. You just want to, whatever it is, you want to be the best at it. John Hope Bryant, I'm out. Let me know what you think about this life lesson. Become a millionaire by changing your mindset, and then it'll change your life. Love and light. Go see Operation Hope and change your environment. It's a Hope Inside Network location near you, and tell them I sent you. I'm out. Somebody's already called me for the next session. Peace and light.